Netball, 9-ball, Nordic skiing, and of course Nagi Natujutsu, which is a Japanese martial art form where you're wielding a naginata, which is similar to the medieval European glaive. Hope that makes sense to you now. And then of course another N word, particularly used in gyms, is the negative reps or negative repetition. Now, negative reps are more focused on the eccentric movement when you're down the gym. In other words, it's the extension as opposed to the contraction, the lengthening as opposed to the contraction. But there's a lot of negativity in recruitment. There's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of negatrons, people bad-mouthing recruiters. I just think it makes them happy. But there's also negative repetition. There's a lot of things that people do on a day-to-day basis that they keep doing the same thing and they keep getting the same negative results. Well, maybe it's time to try something new. I also think it's important to say the word no. No when you're down the gym and no in recruitment. Sometimes when you're down the gym, you've got to know when enough is enough. You've got to know when to stop, otherwise you could cause yourself personal injury. And I think no is potentially underrated in recruitment. Sometimes we do have to say no to clients and to candidates. No, I'm not prepared to work with you. I'm not prepared to work on that opportunity unless I have this relevant information. And need is another word. Both clients and candidates need to have needs, and you need to identify those through intelligent questioning and listening. And then you can sell back, you can also close, and you can also have much better control of the recruitment process. Some people feel the need to negotiate. Despite what your managers and maybe trainers might tell you, sometimes you do have to make commercial decisions. You want to be commercial, you want to be competitive, as long as you get something back in return in your negotiation for all the time, effort, and energy you're going to put into it. And then there's neglect. Don't neglect the warning signs. Do what is necessary now. Don't put things off. Think about what needs to happen next. And then of course, nervous. Sometimes people get a little bit nervous, particularly when they're doing something for the first time, but nerves are okay. They just give you that edge. They give you a little bit of free adrenaline rather than being overly complacent or potentially coming across as arrogant. So neglect. Don't neglect the things that will work for you. Don't neglect the people in the process. Don't neglect the people sat on your database. And don't neglect your friends, your family. And lastly, don't neglect your own personal, physical and mental well-being. See you on the O's.